Good morning, happy Friday, Aileen here, and this morning I'm going to be talking all about AICI, the Association of Image Consultants International. I'm just going to chill a bit and slow down and let people find me. I'm also going to check that I'm live in the group. Okay, let me see, I'm not seeing myself live yet. Usually takes a few seconds. So let me see if I am live. Say good morning if you are joining me live. Hello. Okay, I'm just going to tag everyone here so everybody can find me. Let's see if this is helpful. Everyone, okay, I'm just going to put it out. Hey, good morning, Jeanette. How are you? It's great to see you here. Yes, I'm live. Good. Because sometimes I press the live button and then I forget I'm live. Very dangerous, very dangerous. So I am live. It's great to see you. I'm just starting to see a few eyes joining me. Say good morning, say hello. So this morning I'm talking all about AICI, and it's just going to be a very general chat about AICI. Why I think it's a benefit to join, depending on what stage you're at, and what the benefits of joining are, because sometimes the benefits are not obvious, or sometimes we think, oh, I'll get this benefit, and actually that's not a reality. Now, my relationship with AICI started way back in 2006. When I started my business, I was very much alone, and I started to look around and see, number one, was there any other personal stylists out there? And number two, was there any kind of organization that could support me? So I came across AICI, which is the Association of Image Consultants International. And there happened to be, at the time, a Singapore chapter, or a Singapore chapter was about to be formed, as far as I can remember. So I know for sure there wasn't initially a Singapore chapter, but a Singapore chapter was formed by the lovely Christina Ong, who was a trainer in an image consulting trainer in Singapore, and she was an amazing lady. And she pulled together a group of personal stylists in Singapore and formed the Singapore chapter of AICI. And actually, in those early years, it was a very vibrant chapter. And I met loads of other lovely personal stylists. And I actually ended up working in membership in the AICI chapter. Maybe I had another role as well. I can't 100% remember, but I definitely worked in membership for a period of time. And there was definitely a conference organized by AICI Singapore. And it was really amazing for me at that time, because I felt very much alone in my business, and being part of an organization, being part of a group with other personal stylists, definitely made me feel like I wasn't as alone. I wasn't as alone in my business. Yeah, that's kind of the start of my history with AICI. I took you can get certified with AICI. So I actually took my first level of certification with AICI in 2006, 2007. So I had to fly to Australia at that time to take what they call that time FLC, which is first level certification with AICI. Now it's called CIC, which I don't know what that stands for, but it's the first level of certification. So, it started out that I joined the organization for support and to be in an organization with other personal stylists. Then once I was in the organization, the next thing I looked at was how could I raise my credibility using AICI. So because what I realized very early on is, number one, my clients absolutely didn't know about AICI. They didn't know anything about AICI. So I think a lot of personal stylists think that maybe, oh, if I become part of AICI, then that will immediately mean that my clients are going to know what this is, and I'm going to immediately have more clients. That's not really the way it works. The way it works is that you build credibility with an organization like that, but you also need to educate your audience about it. So for instance, even you guys who are personal stylists, many of you don't know about AICI, or you may have not have heard of AICI, or you may not know the benefits of AICI. Definitely your clients will not most likely have heard of this organization and what it means for them. Because most of your clients want to know, well, what does this mean for me? So you have to educate your people if you are part of an organization like AICI, so that they understand, what that means, because most of them won't know what it means. Is this making sense? Hey, Anna, good morning. Great to see you. Say good morning if you're joining live. So like with anything, people kind of think just because I get certification or just because I get an award, people will automatically know what that means. Mostly they don't know what it means. Mostly they have no idea what that actually means. So lots of people do not know what the letters after my name mean. So for instance, I'm Aileen Lane, AICI, CIP. Most people would not have a clue what that meant unless I educated them about that. So it's not only joining the organization and the organization is going to do everything for you. Like everything else, you have to do your part. And joining the organization and getting the certifications does not necessarily mean getting more clients. What I have found over the years, though, is that it's a fantastic way to raise credibility. Once you're educating your audience about it. So, even though my clients didn't know anything about AICI, some of them did from time to time ask me, what do you have to do to become a personal stylist? So I talked about getting training. I talked about being, a member of AICI and then being certified with AICI, which is the largest organization of image consultants in the world. So that raises credibility. Once you get certified as well, you can also start to use the trust stamps. What do I mean by trust stamps? These are the little stamp you get that you can use on your email signatures or on your business cards or on your websites to show that you are a member of this organization. So, on the little flyer that I put in for today's talk on AICI, you will notice that I have a little stamp for AICI CIP because I'm a certified image professional with them. I also am a CEU provider with AICI, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later. I put that stamp in as a trust stamp. So it raises credibility that you are a person who invests in training, who invests in being part of a professional organization, who has worked to, gain these certifications. But again, most people looking at my website will have no idea what any of those trust stamps mean. So you have to take the time to educate your audience, just like I'm educating you here this morning, because many of you may have heard of AICI, but you don't know what that actually means for you. Is it worth joining? Because it's not free. Joining AICI is not free. I actually looked up the prices this morning. So for a novice member for the first year of AICI, I hope I found the right exact prices, but it's $150 a year. And then if you become a regular member after the first year, it is $240 per year. So you have to pay $240 a year every year after that. You also have to pay to take the exams. The exams are not free. So for instance, the first level of exam, you have to pay 310 for the exam. Once you have taken the exam, you also have to maintain your certification. It doesn't mean that you have the certification forever. You also have to maintain certification, and that's where CEUs come in, or continuing education units. So for instance, I am AICI CIP. I have to earn 2.4 CEUs every 3 years to maintain my certification. Otherwise, I lose my certification and I have to start all over again. And nobody wants to do that. So it's very, very important that you understand that once you join AICI, once you get certification with AICI, there are certain things that you need to do to stay certified and to stay in the organization. So it's not completely commitment free. And I think that's why a lot of consultants in the early years of their business may struggle a bit with the fee. They may find, oh, is it really worth it? Looking back now, I think it is very worth it for my situation, because the other thing that you get an opportunity for within AICI is the opportunity to win different awards. And I was lucky enough to win the Rising Star Award in 2009. So in those early years, just after joining AICI, I was very active in AICI. I was very active in the Singapore chapter. I was actively growing my business. I had no children at that point. I dedicated a lot of hours and time and effort to my business and to AICI. And I ended up getting the Rising Star Award, which I didn't really, if I'm very honest, understand the significance of at the time. But what it actually meant in real terms is I was able to say then, I'm award-winning stylist. And it's one thing telling people I'm a stylist. It's a very different thing telling people, oh, I'm an award-winning stylist. So it increases your credibility. It increases the value of what you have to offer in the eyes of people that are looking to work with you. Does that make sense, everyone? I'm trying to make this talk as real as possible. I definitely, if I'm very honest, have gone through stages where I have questioned, is it worth paying the fees? Is it worth maintaining certification? And I actually lost certification at one point because I stopped paying the fees, because I stopped being a personal stylist when the kids were small, and I ended up working with my husband. And because I was no longer working in the industry, I dropped certification, which was a big deal because it took quite a bit of effort to get to CIP. But luckily, a couple of years ago, then again, you could reinstate your CIP if you paid a certain fee and if you got your 2.4 CEUs. So I went and did that, and I was reinstated. So it is a commitment. It is, something you have to think about. It's not something that kind of you lightly think, oh, I'll join AICI. I think you have to look at the bigger picture and understand, what does it mean down the road for me? Now, what does it mean down the road for me? It means that I'm in a large organization of personal stylists. I can see everything everyone is doing. I can learn from other people. I have community. I have a community of people who know and understand what I'm going through. There are loads of learning opportunities. I was just at conference in June, and there was so many amazing speakers, so many people I could learn from people who are going through the exact same thing as I'm going through. I actually ended up being a speaker at the conference. That's the other thing that happens. You get loads of opportunities for speaking, for participating, for improving your leadership skills in a safe environment. So I've spoken, at online conferences. I've spoken at the recent conference in the Dominican Republic. I have done chapter talks. I've done chapter training. So it gives me all these opportunities to work with personal stylists. Other personal stylists, and see what's going on in the world. So at this point, I thought, I've been talking for 15 minutes, I would give you an opportunity to ask a question. Can you ask some questions in the comments so that I can better understand, where you're at? So right now it looks like, you can join for 150 per year. But joining for 150 per year doesn't mean you're certified. If you want to get certified, you do need to get an exam, the CIC exam. You can now take that exam online, which that was not available in my time. I had to fly to Australia and take it after a mini conference. I think there was a mini conference on, and I took it directly after the conference. But now you can take it online. So it's a lot easier now than it was back then. So anyone here this morning considering joining AICI? Anyone have any questions for me? Have you got any questions for me? I think that, when you join initially, it takes some time to understand what all the benefits are, and it takes you some time to understand perhaps that, you need to get involved. You need to get involved and meet the other consultants and join the learning experiences and do all the things. In terms of maintaining certification, it's actually quite easy to maintain certification because there are so many programs available that are CEU'd. So if you go onto the AICI website, there are loads and loads of programs that you can take to maintain your certification. So for instance, I have 2 programs on there now that provide CEUs. My Certified Online Color Expert provides 3.0 CEUs. So that allows you to maintain your certification for 3 years. More than 3 years, more than 3 years. And I also have my Unstoppable Style program, which is also approved for CEUs, 3 CEUs. So that again will provide that you maintain certification for 3 years plus. And there are many, many other courses on there as well. So you can go in there. So Anna said, I want to ask Aileen, AICI, is it online? So a lot of the work is done online, Anna, but there are also some countries that have local chapters. So for instance, Singapore used to have a local chapter, and that was the one that I was part of, but that's shut down since. So it depends on numbers. I'm now part of the AICI Chicago Midwest chapter, but I oftentimes miss the meetings because of the time difference. But nearly everything is recorded now. Nearly everything is online. So most training you can live, you're online. Anna's saying, okay, I live in Ireland. Yeah. There are not many European chapters, I'll be honest, Anna. It's kind of started in the US, and then there seems to be more chapters in Asia. There's not so many in Europe. There is a chapter here in France, but it's French. And of course, my French is not so good. So I opted to join an English-speaking chapter because that works better for me. So you would probably have to find the closest English-speaking chapter. So, there are those considerations. That's a great question, Anna. So these are all the questions that, you need to answer. I mean, AICI quite suits me quite well. I'm thrilled that, I can attend most events online. I can get my certification online. I can do pretty much everything online. So I like that aspect about it. So any other questions, anyone? Is there anybody else consider joining, or do you have any questions? You know, at the end of the day, what I would say to you is, it depends on what stage you're at in your business. If you're at the stage where your main concern is, I need to get more clients, I absolutely need to get more clients, I need to get money in the door, then I would say that, AICI, I'll be perfectly honest, is a nice to have. But if you're at the stage where, I'm kind of established and now I want to raise my credibility, I want opportunities to speak, I want opportunities, to maybe get awards, or I want opportunities to grow my business in a different direction, then AICI is the way to go. Because over time, the benefits accumulate. I didn't really notice them at the time when I was kind of going through it, but now as I look back, oh my God, I feel like, oh my God, I had my first level certification, I got my CIP certification, I got my award, I got so many opportunities to speak. I now can provide CEU programs. I know a massive community of personal stylists around the world. So really it has grown over time, even though I went through periods of questioning, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Now I say it is absolutely worth it. So you have to ask yourself those same questions. Am I at the stage in my business where I'm ready to kind of invest in getting trust stamps? Is that something that you want? Is it something you want to be able to talk about? Is it something that you are willing to educate your audience about as well? So I think that's the other thing. You have to be willing to educate your audience around, this is a certification I got, it's recognized all over the world, it's really nice to have, and I have to maintain this certification. And the reason that they ask you to maintain their certification is they want you to continually learn. The organization wants you to continually learn, which is very valid, because it keeps you current, it keeps you up to date, it keeps you relevant in the world. And it is great credibility to be part of a big organization. So there's not so many questions this morning. So I don't know what else to talk about if you don't have any other questions. Any other questions, anyone? If you're watching this on replay, #replay, and I'm very happy to answer any questions that you have. The organization website is www. I'm just going to put it in here into the comments for you, .aici.org. I think that's it. And that has so much information in there. They have a really excellent website, actually, and all the information about certification, all the information about the fees, all the information about maintaining certification, and all the CEU courses and all the events and all the things going on are well presented on the website. So there should be no question that you have after going onto the website. I'm just trying to think, is there anything else that I wanted to tell you? I'm a small little bit scattered this morning because I'm heading off to Paris for the weekend after this. So I'm very, very excited about that. But I do have some things to do before I leave. So that is on my mind. But as I said, I firmly believe that if you're established in your business, if you're not worrying about money, then definitely AICI is something that you should consider in terms of increasing your credibility, or maybe something to put on your vision board as something that would be nice to have in the future. You're very, very welcome to ask me any questions whatsoever underneath this video if you're watching it on replay. And I hope, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend ahead. Take care, everyone. And I will chat to you all very, very soon. Bye.